Australia. This is Jamie here, the Crypto Koala. Now today, guys, I've got Chris Dawe. He is the CEO of Effect.AI. Now, Effect.AI is a decentralized network, which is for AI, and it's going to be on the Neo platform. It's actually powered by Neo. So, Chris, mate, good to have you with me today. So, mate, tell us a bit about yourself.
Fantastic to be here at Crypto Koala. Well, my name is Chris Dawe, and I'm the CEO of Effect.AI. My background is in digital marketing, and I've actually dabbled in quite a few things, kind of a serial entrepreneur. I've built kickboxing gyms out in Thailand. I've been a musician as well, built some energy companies, some construction companies, so I've gotten around. So yeah, that's a little bit about me. I married a Dutch woman, so I am now currently living in the Netherlands, and I have hooked up with an absolutely incredible team of young guys and created this new venture.
Awesome, man. That's great. So, mate, tell us all about Effect.AI. So what actually got you into, with your team, getting actually into and making Effect.AI?
All right, so it's a pretty interesting story. So for the last few years, I've worked for a digital company based in the Netherlands who work with large international companies. And we do all kinds of back-end solutions for these companies. Shell, Heineken, Fitz & Winkel, which is a big online e-commerce bike store here in the Netherlands. When they need something very complex and one of a kind, they come to us. And we also, part of our team does artificial intelligence solutions for corporate clients as well. So we kind of incorporate that into a lot of the stuff that we build and we do. So over the last few years, we've seen the absolute massive increase in attention of AI, but also the cost involved in AI. So we kind of looked at the marketplace and we said, what can we do about this? We're kind of in a position that's great because we have large corporate clients that will pay the bill for us to do our research and develop some of these AI products that we have. But we started to get concerned for the little people. We have a lot of interns and a lot of students that come into our office, and they were explaining how hard and difficult and expensive this is. So this was kind of born from that concern because we're very big tech enthusiasts. We thought, what can we do? We were also into blockchain technology for the last few years, especially some of our team. And that's kind of how this was branched off. We said, if we decentralize this, we can figure out how to bring the costs down for just the regular AI developers and users and the world. Businesses as well, large corporations, we can have a really easy entry point for these people.
So you originally was developing AI. So it sounds like you've got a lot of experience and your team's got a lot of experience with back-end development. And you're working with these big corporate companies. So originally, I'm guessing, Chris, that you was developing this without blockchain technology, and you discovered blockchain technology and you found that it will greatly enhance or make your AI project a lot more efficient?
Yeah, well, that's kind of right. Okay, so here's the background. One of our main developers invented an algorithm in 2015, which is an A/B testing algorithm. So it kind of makes A/B testing obsolete on websites. So it's optimizing websites in real time, taking in the data of people pressing buttons or backgrounds and which ones work better, and it's doing it in real time. So he developed this when he was 22 years old. It's one of a kind, first of a kind, and we sold this to many different clients. And we sold it as Effect.AI. So that's kind of where this originated. Effect.AI originally was an algorithm that was a corporate solution for website optimization. And then I would say the end of 2016, we started really getting into blockchain technology and was trying to marry the two. And that's when we started developing this idea and this concept of having a development platform for people to be able to design and develop their AI platforms, and then an AI marketplace. And all of this kind of idea started at the end of 2016. And we took the marketing and the name from that algorithm and we've placed it on this project. So that's kind of a little history of Effect.AI and how it works.
Oh, awesome, man. So you're basically creating the environment to create AI with algorithms. Have I got that correct?
Okay, so it's a practical solution. We're not trying to get really, really deep. What we're trying to do is create a practical solution for everything to do with AI. So instead of making it very complex, it's a platform. So our first phase is a platform where anybody can design and create algorithms through human feedback. So a lot of people think maybe that AI is programmed and starts to learn by itself, but nothing can be further from the truth. So AI needs human feedback. It needs large data sets. And what we've found in the market is that big corporations like Google, Amazon, and these players, they have access to these large data sets. But smaller players, when they need to have some custom data sets done, they actually move to a platform called Amazon Mechanical Turk. It's what we have been using for years to gather our data sets as well. So what it is it's a workforce on demand. There's a bunch of people all over the world that are waiting for these tasks from AI developers, and they answer these tasks to create these data sets. They're very simple tasks. They're simple for humans to do, but impossible for computers to do at this point. So that's kind of how it works. That's the first platform. So what we're doing in our first stage is just basically copying outright Amazon's Mechanical Turk. We even copy the name. Our first phase is called Effect Mechanical Turk. We're not reinventing the wheel. It's just a platform that's going to be a lot cheaper than Amazon's Mechanical Turk because of blockchain technology and the way that we've set up this business. So that's kind of the first phase of our project.
So Amazon Turk, would that happen to have blockchain technology though?
Amazon Mechanical Turk does not have blockchain technology. So this is how we differ. The centralized model is like most centralized models. So you pay for their platform and they connect you to whatever service it is and they take a commission. So this is kind of how the world of business works, which is a little bit strange to a lot of blockchain enthusiasts now because we just don't need that middleman in that place. So for example, Amazon Mechanical Turk, when we set out a request for data, they charge us up to 40% on our request. And then, so that takes away from the money that's going to the workers that are creating these tasks and doing these tasks. And we found there's no purpose to have that middleman in there taking a commission. And so we've designed this platform, and this is what Bitcoin and any of these cryptocurrencies are supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about peer-to-peer, bringing people together without that middleman there. So that's kind of what we've created, a workforce on demand, and the AI requesters and developers, and just have them communicate directly with each other. What this will do is bring down that 40% to 0%. We're not doing this as a business model to make money. We're not interested in the money. We just have to make sure that this platform gets out there to the masses. So it brings that barrier way down. And in addition to that is that we are holding about 16% of all of our tokens to give away to requesters. So it's going to be absolutely free for any AI developer for the first couple years of this platform to be able to get these data sets back. So instead of it being cheap, we really just want to make it free.
Man, that's a great incentive to get developers actually onto the platform, to actually giving away tokens that way. It's sort of good to draw people using the Effect.AI. So transitioning.
We kind of looked at the business model of PayPal and Elon Musk, where we greatly respect the man and kind of look at him as a little bit of inspiration. And PayPal was giving away lots of free money to get people incentivized to use the platform. And I think that's how it grew. So we're doing the same thing. We get to create these tokens, and in that token creation, there's a big chunk that we're going to give away for people to help them move this along and move this project along.
Okay, yeah, sounds really good, mate. So now transitioning now into Neo. So what made you actually go into Neo, or go into the Neo platform, or how will Effect.AI be used for Neo, or be in the Neo ecosystem?
Yeah, for sure. Okay, so as I discussed, we come from a big digital organization and background. So part of the way that we've always done business is we do massive research before we actually start developing anything. So this project was no different. We did a lot of research on all sorts of different blockchains. We explored building our own blockchain for this technology. We explored cloning off of another blockchain. We looked at several different blockchains. It started with about 20 different blockchains, and it got dwindled down to a select few, where we started meeting with some of the founders of these blockchains. We looked at Lisk, met with Max, and decided that that wasn't the right avenue for us yet. We looked at EOS, which looks like it is a very promising new technology and a new blockchain, but it's not ready yet. We looked at Ethereum as probably our first choice, and tied with Neo, and that's just because the protocols are perfect for what we're doing. We need to build with smart contracts. So this isn't just peer-to-peer. We need smart contracts involved to just describe a certain task that we need done. So we looked at Ethereum, and Ethereum, you need to have Ethereum to use Ethereum. There's a gas charge involved there. So every single transaction on Ethereum, you need to hold Ethereum to be able to use the platform. One of the reasons, and this is one of many, one of the reasons we like Neo is Neo, there's no cost. So if people are using our token, they don't have to know about cryptocurrency and have to purchase some Neo or Neo's gas to run Neo. The transactions on the Neo network are completely free. So this was a big one for us. So the entry for any user is much easier. So that was one. Another one is that it's proof of stake with Neo. So this is not using energy. If people understand the Bitcoin network and how much power it takes for these mining, for mining Bitcoin, it's not environmentally friendly whatsoever. The most power in the world is used for mining Bitcoin right now, and we kind of wanted to get away from that. You know, that will come to an end. Bitcoin's total amount will be mined, you know, within the next few years or whatever. And there's other companies that are doing this proof of work concept, but Neo's really on the forefront of this proof of stake concept, and they're doing great. So we did have a few other concerns. So what we did was we sent Neo our white paper to take a look at, because we wanted to set up a meeting with them. They got back to us within 48 hours and said we'd like to meet in person. So we jumped on a plane, we got out there, started talking to them, because not only did they have questions for us, but we had a whole lot of questions for them as well, due to reading their white paper and seeing how they've kind of unfolded since they've come to be. And it was a fantastic 4-hour meeting. We all saw eye to eye. We understood where the technology lies, and we understood their motivation and their inspiration to scale. So that worked for us. We need scaling on blockchain, on a blockchain that we build on, because we're going to do a lot of transactions. So that brings me to to another point. The actual amount of transactions per second on Ethereum is maxing out at around 25. With Neo, I think they maxed out at around 600 and something per second during their Red Pulse ICO, and they're going to be able to scale to 10,000 very, very soon. So for us, that was also a great deal, because the technology that we're building is not extremely hard for our boys. So we are going to be releasing this in a pretty short time. So we needed to know that we had a blockchain that could support the transaction levels that we need.
It's interesting because at the beginning of that question there, you mentioned that you shopped around and you saw the different platforms and you chose Neo, and you've just listed there all the benefits, or quite a few of the benefits of Neo. Now, one of them being scalability, the sheer speed. Also, there's a few upcoming developments with Neo that hopefully is going to make them even faster. I know Ethereum as well, like with Bitcoin with the Lightning Network, Ethereum with Raiden, but also Neo with Trinity. So you can just see with this ecosystem that Neo's going to get even, hopefully even faster. The scalability is going to get even better. So yeah, man, it's really exciting, just the fact that you said that, and that you actually chose Neo, and the team, you went there in 48 hours, they got back to you. It sounds like the Neo team are really supportive, and they really sort of helped you along getting this project going and sort of welcomed you and been really supportive.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, that was another thing. The Ethereum community is very spread out. It's very large, but the Neo community is very, very, it's just a fantastic community. The Neo community, the team at Neo, the involvement, their work ethic, their morals, their thought, everything about Neo was exactly in line with our team and what we wanted to do. Not only are they supportive, but they've been out to Amsterdam to meet with us. We met with them last Sunday. We had a big long meeting at our office talking about moving forward and some of the different technologies that Neo is working on right now, some of their partners. So it's absolutely a fantastic, we're so happy with our choice to work with Neo as a technology, but also as a community. They're absolutely phenomenal.
Oh man, it's brilliant. Then mate, going into now the future of Effect.AI, what is going to be your long-term, so you mentioned you're working on your first phase, or the very beginning, the first sort of beginnings of Effect.AI. What would be your second or third stage? Ultimately, what do you want to do long term with your project?
Okay, so yeah, very simple. So we first came out with the concept of just doing the mechanical Turk, a decentralized mechanical Turk, which we knew would be a pretty big deal for the AI community and probably the blockchain community as well. But as we started building the concepts out and building the idea and building the tech out, we started to see another really big missing gap, that when you develop an artificial intelligence algorithm, when you have an AI service, what do you want to do with it? You want to sell it, you want to give it to people, you want to show it around, and we found that there was nowhere to do this. As developers of AI ourselves, we have to call our clients, explain what we have, and then they can make a choice just based on that. So our second phase is to do an artificial intelligence marketplace for anybody that has an AI service to be able to be on our platform. Each and every one of those services, all of those algorithms will have their own identifier, and they'll also have their own wallet address. So it's very, very simple, peer to algorithm trading. You can deploy your algorithm on the platform, and people can purchase those licenses, purchase those services. So it's just an all-around marketplace for AI. Nothing super complex. Just really simple and practical for the AI community. In the future, everybody's going to want to purchase and buy certain types of algorithms, certain types of AI services, and our platform will be the one that people go to.
Mate, it's really interesting. I don't know if you've heard of Peer Atlas. It's another ICO. It's on the Neo platform, and they are developing, or their long-term goal is AI technology. So the fact is that AI is becoming more and more known, or it's becoming the buzzword. It's something that the future, a lot of ICOs are maybe looking at getting into in the future, and a lot of big corporations are looking at AI development in the future. So yeah, just with Peer Atlas there, I mean, we're just going through with an interview with them, and they mentioned about, yeah, their long-term AI development. So with their algorithms, I can see how it can mesh over, or maybe, you know, it's something that can, where you guys could cross over there, possibly.
Yes, listen, we are so open for any kind of partnership. We're open for any kind of drive forward with blockchain technology, decentralization, and distributed AI. It's a very important time in history, we feel. The battle has not been lost, but we're right on the teeter point as far as most of the AI community is concerned. Big, large corporations like Facebook, Amazon, Google, they've pushed AI behind closed doors, you know? So it's in the hands of a select few, and this technology, and this is why it's so exciting, this technology can bring it to the people and make sure that that doesn't get closed behind the doors of these select few. Putin just came out yesterday talking about whatever nation has control of AI is going to be the next superpower, and we're going to stop that from happening. There is not going to be a superpower with AI. We're all going to own it. We're all going to take part, and it's going to be distributed amongst everybody. So yeah, our project is really important and we want people to support it, but we also want everybody to support any type of project that's doing an honorable thing here with the blockchain and AI, because it's really an important time in history.
Mate, I love the concept of the fact is that it's decentralized. That you've got a sort of a moral component there as well with your project. You're actually aiming to have it in the hands of the common people, not just in the hands of a superpower of a government. So yeah, that's pretty honourable to put that out there, Chris. So mate, going on to your ICO details now. So tell us, would you happen to know details of when your ICO is, or when you know, how can people participate in your ICO?
For sure. So the ICO will be conducted in March. We're leaving that open. We are working very, very fast, so it could be at the beginning of March, mid-March, end of March. So we just want to leave it open. So specific date we don't have now, but leading up to March, we will be able to release a specific date, but it will certainly be sometime in March. We are working on the whitelist that will be on our website in the next 7 to 10 days. So people can register for that right when it's ready.
Yeah.
We'll release that information across all our socials. Really important to join our Telegram. I'm really active there, so if anybody has any questions or comments, they can join the Telegram and get all the answers in real time. And the developments of news, that's where we release everything first.
So guys, just a quick one. Down below, I'll put the links to the Telegram group, Twitter page, and the website. So yeah, guys, you can check them out, and you should be able to know all the upcoming details with Effect.AI. So mate, are you looking at, sorry, go back for a bit. So you'll be accepting the NEP5 NEO token as a form of participation, or would that be something that you'll be releasing down the track?
So during the ICO, when people contribute, they will receive a token in the form of a NEP5 token, like the Ethereum token, ERC20 token. This is a utility token for our network. It's the purest form of a utility token. There's no extra value of this token other than getting access to our platform. So it's the only way that you'll be able to get access to our platform. We don't accept Bitcoin or fiat currencies or anything else. So this is the token, the AI token that people will need to enter our platform. So that's basically it. Same with the marketplace that we'll have in the future. To purchase and do business in that marketplace, it'll be that same token. So that's it.
Would it happen to be the ticker token? I remember we talked about it before the interview there, and you mentioned it ticker? Was that the name of the token?
No, that's not the name of the token. So the ticker is just the symbol, and we had a ticker of AIX, and that's what we've been marketing. But another crypto project has recently taken that ticker. Okay, so we're kind of doing a contest on Telegram with the community to kind of come up with a new ticker. I mean, it's a small point, so it's fun for the community to get involved. We have a lot of feedback already, so we'll have that ticker down pretty soon.
Yep, no worries, mate. So any exchanges you guys, I know it's a bit long term yet, but you're based in Europe. Is there any sort of exchanges that you would like to get onto around that area? I believe the next exchange is based in Europe.
Right.
So hopefully you'll be able to, maybe in the Neon ecosystem, you might be able to be involved with the next exchange.
Yeah, so the next exchange is fantastic. So that's the Neo Ether Delta. So it's a decentralized exchange for all Neo tokens. So obviously immediately we'll be on that if it's developed by the time we release our tokens. And we're good with that. We have been contacted from a couple of exchanges already, though we're not contacting exchanges for one reason. We do not want to be classified or defined as a security. And if we're pushing for trading, then that could possibly be a thing. We're trying to be the example in Europe of how to do an ICO and how to self-regulate this, because regulation is a little bit behind in Europe, in some parts of Europe. So we're just making sure that we know all the legalities of how to go about this in the most honorable and proper and legal way. So we have quite a team of lawyers that are just looking up all laws and keeping us on the straight and narrow when it comes to this. So with exchanges, we're not contacting them, but if they contact us and they want to put us onto their exchanges, we're totally open to that. The community can push for that, but we have no open communications that we start with these exchanges. Now, obviously with Next, it's a decentralized one, so nobody can say anything there. They can put us on there if they wish to, and that's probably where we'll end up first.
Yeah, interesting, mate. It's interesting you said about with regulations. I know with some of these ICOs, the compliance with the classification of security tokens, and to be able to be compliant, there's a lot of hoops you need to go through, and you just got to weigh that up. Sometimes, you know, to tap into that market might not be viable, of course, but that's something for you guys are looking at maybe deciding. So, mate, Chris, thank you so much for taking the time. I know we had some audio issues to begin with, but it's good we ironed them out. Guys, just going to give a quick shout out. Me and Andy at ICO Review, we've set up a Telegram group called Nebula. Come in there, jump in, guys, and check it out and have a look. But all the links will be down below to the Effect.AI. It's so good to have you joining the Neo ecosystem, mate. I'm really excited. All these ICOs coming on to the Neo platform is just so good. Oh, I nearly forgot. You got a upcoming conference in Australia, in Melbourne. Could you tell us a bit about that, mate?
Yeah, man. So we're making our tours and we're making our rounds. So we have quite a few dates that will be around. So I'll just plug in a few of those ones. We're London Blockchain Week from January 22nd to 24th. Our two main developers are at Neo DevCon 2 in San Francisco, January 30th and 31st. We will also be at Blockchain Middle East Forum in Dubai on February 5th and 6th. That's a return to Dubai. We had a very successful trip there a couple weeks ago. The Dubai government was really interested in our technology. I've been doing interviews and phone calls with them for the last couple weeks, so that's been fun. We will be in Acapulco for Anarchapulco 2018, February 15th to 18th. We will be in New Delhi, India for Block Delhi, February 20th and 21st. We will also have a whole bunch of other dates as well in between and after that. But the one that I think we're most excited for, which will fall right in and around our token sale, is the APAC blockchain conference in Melbourne, Australia. So Dai Hung Fei of Neo will be presenting and talking there. We will also be taking part in a very great way. I think there will also be a Neo meetup the days before or the days after that conference as well. So we'll have a lead role at that conference. So I used to live in Melbourne, so I'm very excited to come back there and check out and see some of my friends and family. But yeah, that's an exciting one for us.
Man, that sounds awesome. Just coming to Australia. Good to have Da Hong Fei coming to Australia and Neo. Hopefully, I can make it there and come meet you in person, Chris. But because I live up in Northern Australia, so I'm hoping that they might have a conference closer to where I live. But Chris, yeah, thank you so much for your time, mate. Just another one. Links will be down below. Effect.AI. Check them out, guys. Thank you, Chris, and I'll catch you later, mate.
Awesome. Thanks, pal. Thank you very much.
Bye.
See you, man.